This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. Time to get ready to take on your Tuesday here in the Morning Sprint.
Olivia Roberts has new details about the Deadly Music Festival in Houston, and Destiny Richards is live at TT's Old Iron Brewery with a look at their Thanksgiving menu.
But first, to Matt Gray, in for Mark Peterson, tracking a wet, windy day across the region.
Yeah, that's right. Wet and windy. The bulk of the wet weather happening right now and will continue over the next hour or two around the inland Northwest. Then clouds part, at least for a little bit. Temperatures aren't going to change all that much, but we'll see a few peaks of sunshine in the afternoon. More wet weather late in the week, but we're going to get a break on Wednesday.
New this morning, a semi-truck and 3 cars were involved in a fatal crash last night. It happened on North 395, about 2 miles north of Deer Park, at about 10 minutes before 7 o'clock. According to Washington State Patrol, a Ford Aerostar driven by 43-year-old Emily Ross of Spokane veered into the northbound lanes of 395, hitting the side of the semi-truck, then collided with 2 other cars trying to avoid it. Ross was killed in the crash. The driver of one of the other vehicles, which was carrying 3 young children, was injured. The kids were not hurt. It's not yet clear what caused Ross to veer into the other lane.
New developments in the investigation into the concert tragedy in Houston. 8 people were killed as the crowd surged toward the stage. This morning, we're learning new details about security concerns before Travis Scott and Drake performed, as more witnesses come forward describing the terrifying moments when people were trampled. A newly released operations plan for the music festival outlines some key concerns. The 56-page document includes, quote, the potential for multiple alcohol drug-related incidents, possible evacuation needs, and the ever-present threat of a mass casualty situation. It continues, based on the site's layout and numerous past experiences, a security plan has been established to help mitigate potential negative issues. Under roles and responsibilities, the document reveals only the executive producer and the festival director had the power to stop the show.
New this morning, the Department of Justice is responding to a court order blocking President Biden's COVID vaccine mandate for private businesses with 100 or more employees. The DOJ is asking the federal appeals court to lift the temporary order and arguing against a more permanent block of the mandate. Over the weekend, the court blocked the mandate after a challenge by Republican-led states and private businesses. In a filing, the department said the states and businesses challenging the mandate haven't shown how their claimed injuries, quote, outweigh the harm of stopping a standard that will save thousands of lives.
We are seeing families across the country line up to get their younger kids vaccinated against COVID-19. Now, providers in North Idaho are ready for children ages 5 to 11 to roll up their sleeves. You can book an appointment with the providers you see on your screen. These include Panhandle Health, Walgreens in Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls, and Lakeside Pediatrics. There are many more providers who are also taking appointments across North Idaho. You can find that full list on KXLY.com.
The former Idaho lawmaker accused of rape and sexual assault has pleaded not guilty to charges. Aaron Von Ellinger maintains he had consensual sex with a 19-year-old intern. Von Ellinger is being charged with rape, which carries the possibility of life in prison. His trial is set to begin this coming spring.
We've been live this morning at TT's Old Iron Brewery and Barbecue talking about their Thanksgiving pre-orders. You can get this selection of foods starting now. You can call until November 20th. That is the deadline to order your meal. And you can order them separately, your meats and your sides. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, where we have the number, the email, and a link to their website for more information.
The Thanksgiving travel might look a lot like it did before the pandemic. AAA says more than 53 million people are expected to travel for the holiday. That's a 13% increase from last year and only 5% below the 2019 level. More than 4 million people are expected to fly, an 80% increase from last year. But most holiday travelers will likely be on the roads. AAA predicts 48 million people are driving this Thanksgiving.
Washington's governor wants the state to be running on electric vehicles by 2035. Governor Jay Inslee signed an executive order that seeks to move state government to an all-electric fleet over the next 13 years. The order requires 24 executive branch agencies under Inslee's control to replace passenger cars and light-duty trucks. 40% of that fleet would need to be electric by 2025 and 30% for medium and heavy-duty vehicles.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, a claim that 2 babies were switched not at birth but before birth in a fertility clinic mix-up. One of the couples has filed a lawsuit over a mistake they say should not have happened. GMA has the story, and we're back with the final check of weather after this.